Now I felt dejected after that. It was almost 5 months to 6 months in post-COVID era. I was working as a cashier, which I never thought I would. I was working as at a really good position back at home, from the country where I come from, and I could have easily been a senior management employee within the next 1 year. Now I was networking in the meantime. So the job applications are all gone now. So not a happy ending on that end. So I used to network with a lot of people. I never used to ask for a job from anyone on LinkedIn. I used to genuinely participate in conversations in the LinkedIn authors posts. I used to try to strike conversations in the post. Some did reply back, some did not. And then the ones who replied back, I then used to communicate with them as frequently as I could. The main purpose is not to connect with 100 people, but to connect with 15 to 20 people whom you can converse with on a weekly basis, or let's say on every 2 day or 3 day basis. That's how you build your network. It's not about the number, it's about the quality of your network. And I never used to ask for a job. Obviously, there were some people who approached me that, okay, would you be looking out for a job or not? I used to say yes, but then I used to discuss things with them. I used to I used to tell them what my experience has been and what they can learn from it if they want to. And then we used to have a good conversation and exchange of ideas. So I met this lady in March, and I had really right from the word go, our personalities matched, and it was like a really good conversation. And I then used to, uh, put very good comments. Not due to any. It was not a conscious effort, but then it was it was a subconscious effort wherein I used to communicate with her, and we had a very healthy relationship. And then we used to talk about HR topics. We used to talk about everything, but for job. Everything but for job. So this happened with me, with almost all the connections I was involved with, whom I never actually met, and whom I still am yet to meet.
Right.
But then yes, that's the magic of Zoom. That's the magic of LinkedIn nowadays. And that same lady came up with a vacancy on LinkedIn, stating that one of her references is, or one of her knowns is looking out for a recruiter level role, or a person who is willing to come for a recruiter level role from. And the job was in Montreal. I was at that point of time in Toronto. I messaged her that I'm interested for the role. And then after that, she referenced me to a person in the organization where the vacancy was. So the person she referred me to was the CEO of the organization. So now imagine, after 7 months of hard work, you are applying, and just hitting roadblocks everywhere. And then learning along the way. And then there comes a moment where you are sitting in your first interview. Your first interview is with the CEO of an organization. It was really hard for me to believe it. But then I had a really good conversation with the CEO, and I eventually ended up getting a job. I would not say that networking is the only way, because my failure in the job application process honed my interview skills. It honed me as a better person. It instilled a lot of patience into me, a lot of patience. So the patience level in Asia region and the patience level in Canada region is a bit different. I used to see myself as a highly patient person as per the Asian standards. But then over here, people are really emotionally very intelligent, and they would be willing to give the time to everyone, and they would be patiently listening, patiently waiting for the other person to succeed, and would patiently work hard to make the other person succeed. And that's why my job application process experience is so much vital for me in converting this job which I got through a network. So every experience counts, everything counts. Don't let go of your hope. There would be times those would be very testing. There would be times you will feel frustrated. I felt frustrated, and I'm not ashamed of it. I felt frustrated, and I took 1 or 2 days of time, and then used to recuperate myself. So do not lose hope. That would be my one single advice to all the immigrants. But then have honest conversations with yourself before coming over here. And there's one last thing which I would like to advise to all the listeners, that generally I also used to do it, and that's why I would like to share a different perspective with everyone. Generally we do take help of YouTube videos whenever we see how is life in Canada after immigration, or as a new immigrant, how did I feel, and all of that stuff. And you see success stories, and that's a basic human nature to base your decisions on success stories. So you would generally see success stories as people who landed here, got a job in 15 days, got a job in their own field in 10 days, in 5 days. You would even find people who got a job in 3 days. You would find people who got a job in 1 month. And these stories inspire us. Let's not be let's not be thinking on any other way or otherwise. These things inspire us, right? And these things do play a lot of role in our decision making process, whether we want to come to Canada or whether we want to relocate from an already established life to a life wherein you will have to go through a lot of hardship. But then job is the first way to solve that. So to people who get jobs in 15 days, 20 days, 1 month, they are awesome, and they absolutely did some right things to land up a job in those that much amount of time. However, please network with a lot of people, and especially with them who took a long time in securing a job. I took 7 to 8 months. If you wish to connect with me, I'm completely open to discuss. But please connect with people and listen to their unsuccessful stories, because that would enable you to have honest conversation with yourself. That out of the 10 people I discussed the career journey with, only one person landed up in a job within the first month or 2 months. And then majority of the people, which form 70, 80, or even 90% of the pool, are able to secure a job in 6 months or 7 months, and for many cases more than a year. Till that 1 year or 2 years is gone, they are doing either part-time jobs or doing the jobs which do not suit their own skill set, but then still they are slogging it out. They're doing the hard work. So make your decisions not only basis the successful stories which you hear, but on the unsuccessful stories which there are. Which eventually turn to successful stories. I'm able to sit in front of Sagar, and I'm really very thankful for him to pick me out from LinkedIn. I don't know how he found me. Really very thankful, Sagar. So that's the only one thing which I would like to advise to everyone. Please have discussions with people who took 6 months of their time, or 1 year time, or 2 years of their time to secure a job in their own field. And that's where you need to do a lot of introspection. I'm not scaring you anyone. It's an absolutely fabulous place to be in. When I was there on the other side of the table, I used to be frustrated sometimes. And now when I'm on the other side of the table, when I have a job, things look completely different. All of that thing would be worth the effort which you made in leaving your home, in leaving everything in search of whatever you come for here. Basically, everyone comes here for standard of living, and you would be able to enjoy it with a job, and then you will truly be able to appreciate the time which you had, and the efforts you put in, and the people who helped you in achieving that. And yes, at the end of it, having an honest conversation with yourself.
All right, Soumya, thank you so much for your time once again. All the information that you have shared in such a structured manner, I'm pretty sure it will help a lot of prospective immigrants in a lot of different ways. I wish you all the best, a lot of more success, especially with this new chapter of your life.
Thank you, Sagar, and wishing you all the best to you too.
Alright guys, that's all for today. Give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. Subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Comment below for any questions or topic you would like me to cover in my upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next one.